How are you? I know I took all day. I'm sorry. You've been gone all day. You've been gone since 9 o'clock this morning.
Earlier than that.
Earlier than that? What time did you start this day?
We started around, let's put Sheba right here.
It has a name?
Yes, this is Honey Sheba because it's considered honey flames. That is on its custom made 14 karat gold hardware on it.
Wow. Wow.
Had this one for 15 years, believe it or not, and she's still in mint condition.
Because you took care of it. That's good.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, photo shoot.
Yes.
Tell me about the photo shoot.
So, the photo shoot was this morning. It's called, I'm naming it A Beautiful Mask. And I started doing them at 30, like I'm that much older, a year older. So this is the second one. So this is the second one.
Okay.
I started it last year. Because I just feel like every year we change and we learn something different about ourselves. And so last year, the theme was dedicated to Pam Grier, Cicely Tyson, the whole 70s, like Shaka Khan. So I kind of looked at a lot of their images from the 70s, and I just think they were really beautiful, still are beautiful women to this day. And I was like obsessed with the whole Afro thing. Like, I could never get an Afro. Number one, my hair was too long and too fine. Mm-hmm. And I've tried to tease it, and I just never can do the whole Afro thing. So I thought it'd be fun to kind of transfer into that for last year's photo shoot, which was pretty cool. And then this year, oh my goodness, I'll have to say this year's been quite a year, quite tough for me. And I think because of who I am, that I'm required to always look and be a certain way.
Now, hold on. So you can't throw stuff out there like that, Steph, and you not have me ask you questions.
I'm just saying.
Hold back. You said because of who I am. What does that mean?
Because of who? Exactly what I said. Because I'm a preacher's daughter, and because of my parents being clergy and being of leaders, not only in ministry but inside of the community. There's a standard that's set, for children of the cloth, I'll say. But I can't really just say children of the cloth because I'm sure the president children have the same pressure, just like the mayor's child. Like if your mother or father was a principal of the school, it's the same thing. And so I just feel like because of who I am required by everyone else to just always have a certain stature about myself. Like I'm not allowed to be human. I don't think I am.
Now, you know what? And I've thought that about clergy themselves, because I've had that argument because being, a baby clergy of my own right, newly ordained, I understand that whole deal of feeling like you can't laugh at the wrong jokes, you can't smile at the wrong things, you can't. So I understand that from the clergy's point of view, but from the kids' point of view, I didn't even think about it from that aspect. So tell me about, how does it make you feel though? Are you used to it, or is it bad?
I don't think it's something you can never really get used to, because just like the world evolves, so does the church evolve. So, when I was younger, out of all of my dad's kids, I'm the baby. And I'm probably the most outspoken of them, which gets me in trouble a lot. Yes, it is an understatement. Which gets me in trouble a lot. But it got to the point, when I was younger, probably my teenage years, I allowed people to just push me so far into the corner where it pushed me so hard against the wall, where when I started in my later teens, I just became like filterless. Meaning I had no filter. So if you're going to punch at me, I'm going to punch back at you. Now, mind you, that's definitely not how it was taught. I was not raised that way. And, you're always taught to respect anybody, because my parents, no matter what goes on, God bless their souls, they're still just sweet to everybody. And it's not unauthentic. It's authentic. That's just how they are. Like, they've never mistreated anybody, no matter what has been done to them. And I think for me, that's kind of hard to be that way, is because you see so much. And I think people don't realize that preachers' kids are exposed to a lot Because you get home and you hear like what this member did, what that member did, or you hear like what happened here in this situation, what happened in that situation. Or, you know, I used to get picked on about every little thing, like, oh my God, Stefanie didn't speak today. She walked right past me and speak. You know, Apostle Junior, I think your daughter's mad at me because she didn't smile at me today. Like, I'm not allowed to just, you know,
have a bad day.
Like, me and my makeup artist was talking about that at lunch. Like, it's almost like it's illegal. It's against the law for me to even have a straight face, because automatically, you know, that's not right. And I know some people will say things like, well, it's because we know you for being bubbly, but I can't be bubbly 24/7. That's not
right.
That's not human.
Right.
Like, it's legit not human. And so, I mean, going back to it, that's the beautiful mask, because everyone always sees me on social media as smiling. I take the pictures, you know, I do the photo shoots, I have the makeup. But little do they know, you know, a mask is literally just that, a mask. It hides things, you know? And so sometimes I feel like the truth
Are there
is hidden.
times when you're in pain and you don't say anything? Like, emotionally just wrecked up and you just have to smile and act like everything's okay?
Listen, my parents gonna hate this, but look, if I could suck on a bottle every day with some alcohol, I would. I mean, I legit, like, I really wouldn't do that. But I'm just saying, like, you know, emotionally, like, it's draining. Yeah, it's draining. And I'm one of those now, because I feel like my parents deal with so much, because they're always being pulled either with counseling or with this or something. You know, phone is like blowing off the hook. I feel bad for, you know, having to come to them like, you know, today I'm not feeling good. Let me tell you why. Because I'm like, that's more burden added on to them. That's just how I feel.
No, you're not wrong.
That's because that's how I am with my parents. Like,
wrong.
I feel like they give out so much. Like, last thing they need is for their kid, like, to be, you know,
to fall apart,
to be doing the same thing. So I try to hold myself together all the time. Like, I try.
It's so funny you said that, because Kiera said the same thing to me and I went off, because I was
Really?
like, I'm still your mom. Doesn't matter that I'm Evangelist Kennedy. It doesn't matter that I'm media lady. It matters I'm still your mother.
Yeah.
And I think that part is the part that, because you're an adult now, you're not 15.
Right.
So you're like, okay, I'm grown now. So I'm just going to go handle this. Go talk to one of my friends. Go handle it.
And actually, I don't even really do that a lot. Like, I have some very awesome best friends, but even sometimes with that, I feel like I sometimes feel like people are programmed to say, it's going to be okay. It's going to be fine. Like, you know, we'll pray for you. But I sometimes feel like you have no clue. Like, you could try to understand, but you would never understand. Like, I was listening to Pastor Stephen Furtick a while back, and I remember him saying something that really made me feel a little bit better. He was like, you know, it is okay to have a bad moment. It is okay to be hurt, or it's okay to be angry. And he was saying sometimes, you know, Christians forget that there's not always a reason to why you may be feeling that way, or we don't need a reason. Like, if you're not feeling good, sometimes I don't need to say, Tanya, you know, maybe it's God telling you that. Sometimes we don't need that.
Sometimes
he was
I just
saying,
don't feel good.
Sometimes he was saying, just reassure them, like, hey, whatever's going on, it'll be fine.
Right.
You'll be fine.
Right.
You know what I mean?